There you go, I've recorded this. Welcome to the show, GXTL TV, and welcome to the show to Spotify as well. Well, unfortunately, I don't know what's happened to my little dial, but I have a recorder, so I've got to do it manually now, so you might see me get up and go and fix the camera because I don't know what's happened. And I bet you, pound to a penny, I put it elsewhere, so obviously I have put it elsewhere, just like that. You know what I'm like, there's paperwork everywhere. Look, I've got it all, rookie ref, feeling the football fear. Well, I'm feeling the football fear here because I'm getting everything wrong at the moment. So welcome to the show. Hope you've had a fantastic weekend of football. Hope you've enjoyed the weather. It's been bitterly cold first thing in the morning, but what can we do? As they say, what can we do? I think this is amazing, this, because I'm supposed to, there you go, I'm supposed to record this as well, but it's not happening. My phone's not, no, it's not happening at all. So there you go, I'll be back to the drawing board very shortly indeed. So as they say, 20 seconds, I've logged in. I wonder if that'll count, and if the alarm goes off, wow, I've cracked it in grassroots football. Anyway, as I was saying, I hope you've had a fantastic weekend of football with the kids. No animosity towards the referees. Everything's gone honky-dory, everything's gone well, and there's been loads of REFspect on and off the field of play, because that's all we ask for. If you can do that, brilliant, and you know your kids will have a great day. And what I saw in yesterday at Kirby, J O Leary Winter League, and also North Liverpool JFL, it was great, it was immaculate. Committees were out and about, all walking around. Lewis and Anthony Dolby, they were a little bit stressed because there was quite a few sickness, and when you run the league as well, you need everyone, a show of hands, you need them all to get involved and run the league. And I know what it's like, I really do, when you're short-staffed and short-handed and you're trying to do everything. No one appreciates the work that you do within the league, honestly. If people are away and people are sick, what more can you do? Okay, as you know, we've been giving out all these now. Myself and Bob from the North Liverpool JFL, we were sort of like debating about 26-27 season regarding the changes in football, and we were talking to one or two managers. Now, I have the format as under 7s 3v3, under 8s 5v5, 9s 7v7, 10s 7v7, 11s and 12s 7v7, and the 11-a-sides, 13s, 14s, 15s and so on, playing 11-a-sides and 26-27 season. If you have any difference, let me know. mal@don'txtheline.com, and I'm sure I'm right. I wrote them down when I was getting them personally myself just before the announcement was made. So yes, I think that's the way it is for all you teams. I'd love your thoughts on it, and I know you'd be looking at it going, oh, it's miles away, we'll just continue, got 2 seasons yet, can't be bothered going into that, I mightn't even be in management then. Well, I was talking to 1 or 2 managers who won't be in management then if the changes come in. So how it's going to be played is a different story. Everyone's sort of putting on their spoke about it. People have just got used to the 5v5s. Leagues have just got used to them. Everyone's adapted to them well. Teams have. And then these changes come in 26, 27. Changes again, that will probably affect the way the kids play. Now, I'm talking to managers who are saying, no, I didn't sign up for this. I signed up to run a team. And when we first started, we were the old school. It was 11v11 regardless, wasn't it? And everyone was playing these games, shorter pitches, we know that, but full-size goals, little kids in the full side. But you got used to it, mate. Did we make better players? Did we ruin them? Is it because of that we haven't got as many English players in the game today? I'm not too sure. Is it because we seem to be buying in foreign players left, right and centre? What were their formats like many years ago? Did they play different formats, or was it exactly the same as ours. What difference will all these changes make to kids in the future? It's easy saying they'll get more touches of the ball. Well, they will do it 3v3, 5v5, 7v7s. They will do. But when it comes to 11 versus 11, do we have equal touches then in that game? I'm not too sure. I know everyone gets involved in the 11-a-side game, you know, regardless. Everyone puts a little shift in. But I think it's just the same whether you played 11-a-sided, small-sided, to 11-a-side at open age, at professional games. It all depends how the team conducts themselves. But I thought 11-a-side, it's just equal touches anyway. Everyone gets involved in a game. It all depends how the opposition play, to be honest. So, yeah, I'd love your thoughts on all this, even if you're a league member, referee, because we're a little bit sceptical about how it's going to be officiated, because I was talking to one or two referees as well, saying I couldn't be bothered officiating a 3v3 game with no goalkeepers. Is that going to be the same for the managers? I can't be bothered. I haven't signed up for it. I want to use a team all one together, keeping them coaching. Come on, Mal at don'txtheline.com on those changes. I know it's early days, but leagues have got to start masterminding how they're going to do that yet. And I think they're all still pretty unsure. Are the pitches going to be marked out differently? Are we going to fit them all on? As you say, referees, more referees required. They're struggling now as it is. Or will it just be let the kids play at 3v3, 4v4? I don't know. Well, 4v4, 5v5. I don't know where I'm getting that from. I'm a bit baffled myself. I just don't know. But they've made the changes, and apparently they're coming in, and that's the way grassroots football is going to be played. I feel sorry for my grandkids at the moment. They're loving it. They're playing the 7-a-sides, and they're getting involved in it. And if you're just taking the headers away and the throw-ins away from them, they were enjoying that. Now we're taking, I don't know, what are we taking away from this? What are we learning? I really don't know. I don't know. It's going to be tiring for them. How long are the games going to be? 3v3? Are they 5-minute games? If you're going to get more touches in those 5 minutes, and then you come off and have to wait, and then another, your team goes on again, and like a round robin format, could it be? But if it is, how long are they standing round for? How many kids are going to be stood on the field of play? Oh, is it going to be confusing? It's already confusing to me, but I suppose they're giving us a good full year or more to get used to them. Well, there you go. Your thoughts, come on, and we'll have guests on the show as well, no doubt, talking about this, because it is really hotting up. Okay, yes, we were out and about, and it was great to see, and it was great to talk to the committee and put our differences together. We had plenty of time to talk about the Premier League today, because both Liverpool and Everton are out the FA Cup, aren't they? The leagues were chocker. They were yesterday, they are today. Everyone's lost a little bit, thinking, and they're out shopping. But the grassroots football was chocker. The car parks were full, people were out and about, the weather was lovely, and the kids enjoyed that as well, to play football in. It was great to see a lot of new referees as well on board in the North Liverpool JFL. And do you know what, over my years with North Liverpool JFL, I must admit, hold my hands up there, I've seen some brilliant referees come through, and there's still some brilliant referees there, and they've always had this thing about getting the young referees in as many as they can, and honestly they've all been top class. The referees, they've been absolutely superb, and it's been wonderful to do it. And we've even now decided to put up 2 awards for the North Liverpool JFL. We're looking for the referee of the year, young referee of the year, and the senior referee of the year as well. And we can afford to do that because they've got plenty of referees, and it gives them all an opportunity, because you don't want to sort of the up and coming, you know, the experienced referees, they're great, they're still there, and it gives them a chance to win something from Don't Cross the Line and the REFspect campaign as well. And look, they've agreed and they'd like to, and we're announcing it. They've no doubt the North Liverpool JFL will announce it and put something up and get this going. Yeah, and we're on to the awards already for them. Your comments on that one? Get the managers to vote. If the parents vote, there'd probably be far too many votes that I don't know, it's the way the league wants to do it, and I'll go with the flow on the North Liverpool JFL for that one as well. And they've also been nominated, would you believe, up to now for the League of the Year, and I wouldn't put it past them winning it. Cracking league, as I say, they've got my endorsement. I've been walking around and I see week in, week out what it's all about. Whether you managers think it's really hard knuckles sometimes when they're trying to keep parents and that off the pitches, managers off the pitches. They have a coach, they have an assistant, 2 on each line, which most of them are doing now, most of the leagues, and they're having lanyards. And just like mine, I haven't got mine on there today, but it does make a difference. And we were looking at posts over social media the other day, when I think it was the Portsmouth League who put it out, a little bit worried about someone who was telling them that they were a scout, coming around looking at the kids in football, and they were found out to be lying. They had no idea, the club themselves, who they were scouting for, and just getting themselves in there and about. But it was worked out, and there was a warning going out to all leagues. Well, we give that warning out week in, week out. You need to know who's who in grassroots football. Now, if you imagine if you've got tons and tons of parents on the sidelines, and unfortunately that's what you may have in grass football, because they all stand on one line, but if you can put them back a few metres more, then that's even fantastic. That's a lot more better. But when they're all congregated together, people do not know who's who, and it's always a good thing to have managers meetings with the parents, or parents meetings, and get them all together. You can do that, and I know 1 or 2 clubs who are doing it, and then you know, and then you can ask the questions. I could tell you some things that, you know, I've been through on sidelines and approached people who I thought were a little bit iffy, and it was proven that I was right. You know, you've got to be alert, you've got to be aware, and you need to know that all these managers, coaches have all got the DBS checks and the safeguarding checks as well before they get involved in grassroots football or any sporting activity or any activity involving kids themselves. Parents need to be aware, and the lanyards and the ID cards that we've been doing for many seasons are the answer. They really are. Yeah, and I know it's easy for someone to go out and get an ID card made for themselves as well, but people would notice that, people would get onto it, and people would know and recognise faces who have been involved in grassroots football for a good long time, and they know that the children are all safe within the teams, within the clubs. And every manager and coach out there would probably, and committee member would agree, excuse me, agree that these are, well, essential when you get involved, when you do get involved in grassroots football or any sporting activity, that people need to be aware, and you can check, have a little look at the ID card and know that it's kosher and they're good to go, and their child is great, looked after within the team, within the club. And we all know that you can say, well look, it's only two people attending the kids all the time, the managers and the coaches and the parents are all aware of it, and parents do gab, and they tend to drop the guard honestly when things happen like that, and you don't know who is on that barrier. And unfortunately, I suppose that's going to be like that all the time. Who's to stop someone who loves the football, like going to your Liverpools, your Everton, your Man United, Cities? They all go there, no one knows who they are, they all go to watch, and you can't stop anyone, unfortunately, watching. Better if they've got an involvement with the club, but they could be grandparents, you know, godparents. You've got to be careful how you approach these situations as well. And it might be nice for a grandparent who's only looking out for their grandson to be questioned and put doubt in their mind. And as I say, it's a touchy thing at the moment, and that's what you need to be aware of. You need to be alert and leave it to your club officials, because I'm sure if the whole club are there and they all think, well, I've never seen that person watching our play before, but they could also be from the opposition. That's the problem with all people being on the same touchline, all mingled in, and they don't talk. It'd be great if everyone could get to know each other and then go from there and start asking the questions there, and people would notice a different face. But everyone's glued to the game, everyone's concentrating on that football game, and no one knows who's around them or who's around about. But it's people like ourselves, like the league committees, who walk around and they can spot things as well. So it's always nice to be safe. Safeguarding and DBS, that's all it takes as well. And for you parents, spectators, to know all about it. So there you are, we're getting involved in quite a few things at the moment. And we've been talking, am I right? I'm just going to check against my, I'm not too sure on that one. We're saying I've only got 15 minutes left of the show, and boy, and lo and behold, yes we have. So it's my chance now, there you go, look, to get this going. I want all managers, coaches, parents to get involved in our REFspect Awareness Weekend. The Premier Match Games officials, PGMOL, will be wearing our t-shirts during their warm-ups around all Premier League grounds on participation on over the weekend during the warm-ups. Now I'd love them to wear it through the full game. It's got a lovely poem on the back of the t-shirt, and that would get their message across, and maybe fans would sit up and take notice. So one day you can all put a petition up and say, look, get the referees to wear these right the way through a game and see what sort of difference, or even one game it makes. Maybe there'd be no yellow cards, maybe all the fans would clap the referee, sing the name, I don't know. That'd be a first, excuse me, that'd be a first. All referees getting the name chanted by the fans, wouldn't it? And applauded. Anyway, our campaign is simple. When you go out and about, grassroots football with your referees, young, experienced, all we want at the end, and I've heard it a few times now, and it's lovely, thanks ref, thanks ref. When I'm standing there, whether it's because I'm standing there, I don't know, but it's lovely to see and lovely to hear as well. And that referee feels good about themselves, thinking, oh, you know, at least I'm appreciated. So what we're doing over these weeks now is simply passing that message on. Thanks ref, that's all we want. That's the campaign. That's the REFspect campaign. The awareness, what we're producing, what we're promoting is thanks ref. Thanks ref. At the end of the game, before the game, you know, you appreciate them. And this is what we want, everyone to be involved in everything that we do within grassroots football. And we want you kids out there as well, from all the teams, what can you do to make a difference? Yes, we know we can shake the hand of the referee, but what can you promote? We've got these REFspect badges. Why don't all clubs get together and purchase these REFspect? It all goes in to everything that we do with Don't Cross the Line. Bringing kids together, bringing choirs together, bringing teams together, bringing the communities together since 2003. What more could you ask for? Honestly, it's absolutely brilliant what we do, the work we do, and it's all for not-for-profit. We're a CIC. Anyone who doesn't know, a CIC is a community interest company, and that is the next best thing to a charity. So I do support work, that's my full-time job, support work, and that's what I do. But also in my voluntary time, spare time, I'm out and about, I'm doing things like the posters, like the rookie ref, feeling the football fear. And I got questioned today, someone's nominated me for the World Book Day. Oh God, or week, whatever it is. So please, I've wrote a book, it's for the kids, and adults are also reading it. It's on Amazon. Please, World Book Day, rookie ref, feeling the football fear. All you refs who've got kids, buy that book, you'll love it, honestly. So there you go. We've packed it in all this weekend, and I'm hoping that, you know, and apologies for the Friday night show. We did try, and Spotify and YouTube seemed to be, I don't know whether it was hard to try and get things working, organised. I sounded low on Spotify, fantastic on YouTube. We need to get the system right when we're bringing guests onto the show. But the teething problem, so apologies and please bear with us, and when we get it right, we'll get it right, I assure you. We'll bring an expert in and they'll go, this is how you do it, man. But if we get this lottery grant, this room, this studio, but I assure you will be transformed for the better, for everyone out there in grassroots football. Not just in it for the referees, we're in it for the kids as well. So we need your support. Note it down in your diaries, 12th, 13th of April, that is the REFspect National Awareness Weekend. Thank you very much indeed. From myself, Mal Lee and all the team here at the Grassroots Show, Don't Cross the Line, REFspect programme, Hearts of Gold initiative, No Ref, No Game. We thank you for tuning in and we look forward to meeting you back up on Friday evening with the Grassroots Show. In the meantime, put your feet up, relax, and we'll see you soon. And there's my alarm. Have a great weekend, have a great week. See you Friday night. Cheerio for now.